One player, I think we talked about surprise players earlier. One player that surprised me at least recently, and not in terms of being good, but getting back into the team once again, is Olivier Giroud. I mean, is this guy the most like underrated striker in the Premier League?
I said it before, I'll say it again. If he wants £500,000 a week, just give it to the man. If he wants to buy the shard, you give it to the man. If he wants a gold-plated go-kart to mock Benzema, give it to the man. He's the model professional, the ideal individual. You can bench him for 10 games. He's going to be like, no worries. When you bring me on next time, I'm going to score 5 goals. How many players in world football can actually do that? If you bench Pogba for 2 to 3 games, he's going to start waffling, and Raiola is going to be trying to cancel your entire team. But Giroud is there, consistently coming on and playing. This man is about to break Henry's record for France. Henry was one of the greatest strikers to walk the earth, at least for our generation. Do you know what I'm saying? He was massively disrespected at Arsenal, and I think a lot of people underrate him at Chelsea as well. I consider him to be the best target man in world football. He's showing that pace has absolutely nothing over his game. I know he's not quick, so I think that's one of the reasons why Lampard doesn't play him that too much. You know what I'm saying? So even when he doesn't like perform too well, you can't get involved with the goals. And like I said, even when he doesn't score, he brings other players into the game. The game is so complete and so spectacular that I can't really fault him. And he, like I keep telling a lot of people, if we didn't have Giroud towards the end of last season, I do not think we were qualifying for the Champions League. So there are so many different elements to his game, his professionalism, how he carries himself. He's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I would model when my children will look up to Giroud and Aspilicueta, because that just shows you how to be like. He doesn't set a foot wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. He's phenomenal. Look at how many go. Look at that battering against Sevilla. Left foot, right foot, header, penalty, complete striker, man. He's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So for me, if Tammy is not playing well, Werner is not playing well, Giroud can come on. And if anything, I think he's second choice right now. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel. But that's what it is. Maybe even first, because of how Werner and Tammy are misbehaving. Well, I'd say Werner, Giroud, Tammy. I don't know what you think, but I do rate him massively, absolutely massively.
I think at the moment, at least as we go into the Everton game at the weekend, I think he is first choice. I mean, I'd be stunned if Frank doesn't start him again, because he's just, he scored 4 goals against Sevilla. Then Frank rewards him by playing him in the Premier League. He scores the equaliser and has a good game once again against Leeds. I think at the moment you want to be playing players in form, and I absolutely agree with you. What he did at the back end of last season, I've had debates with people who say he's a better player off the bench, and I disagree. The back end of last season proved he was. If you start him in games, he could score, and it's funny to think about Arsenal letting him go now, and Arsenal being a team that cross the ball into the box a lot without players who are good in the box. I wonder what Arsenal fans are feeling now of letting Giroud go, because is Giroud is a question, and I'm not doing this for like banner or whatever. Is Giroud a better striker at the moment than Aubameyang? Because to me, I think he is on form. He's better than Aubameyang at the moment, right? He's the player I'd want over the two.
Aubameyang shouldn't come near, my brother. Listen, Aubameyang is competing with Zuma for goals. That's all I've got. You know what I'm saying? So he shouldn't even be in the same bracket with Giroud. And a lot of Arsenal fans are going to be like, Aubameyang signed a new contract, signed the dotted lines that said, Arrivederci, he's leaving. You know what I mean? That's what he's done this season. He's better than all the strikers they have at Arsenal. Giroud walks into that squad right now, and it's not even up for debate. You know what I'm saying? His levels are head and shoulders above all the players that they've got there. So them letting him go was the biggest thing we've ever done. Do you know what I mean? Giroud, arguably, he's a cut hero to me, honestly speaking, because look at passion he should. Like I said, how many players can you find like Giroud right now? If you bench some of them, they're going to be sulking, they're going to come on, they're going to try and impress. Giroud comes on and he still plays for the team. You can see when he plays, trying to bring people in, trying to get people involved, always happy, always smiling, know what happens. I mean, he says he's wanting to leave, but him wanting to leave hasn't changed the fact that he's still outright performing. Do you know what I'm saying? 2 or 3 years, genuinely, because pace is not a major part of his game. He's very strong, very present in the box, and really good at one-touch slick passing. You know what I'm saying? So now he's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. What a player, man! What a player.
And he seems to be getting better with age as well. Like that's the thing. It's like. Of course, very different players in terms of their different positions, different roles. But, the way JT got better with age in terms of being able to come back again and have really strong seasons for Chelsea based on intelligence, based on just anticipating things. That's the thing, just the same as a centre-back can anticipate to be in the right place at the right time, that you can't teach that. It's the same with a great striker. And I think it's the same for Giroud. I mean, I think that I also think his character, you mentioned the sort of character in the dressing room that Lampard always bigs up. It's quite clear that him and Tammy have a really good rapport, and I feel like they really like I think the character of Giroud, when Giroud succeeds or when Tammy succeeds, they're always two players always hugging each other. I mean, do you think, that's going to really benefit Tammy learning off a player like Giroud in his career?
Like I said, model professional, model professional. There's no I wouldn't want any other third. I can't call him a third choice. Do you know what I mean? I can't. It doesn't sit well in my head. Do you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want any other mature striker at Chelsea. I think that's the word to use. Do you know what I'm saying? Giroud's game is complete. It is so complete. He shows you don't need to be too fast to score goals. Ideal positioning is what you need. Presence in the box. He's like your classic proper target man, and he's finishing. I was like, yo, are we going to play him against Leeds? Because I was thinking Leeds, they have a high. Are we really going to try? We really can't really run him behind. He came in and shot me up again, and he scored. Do you know what I'm saying? He's phenomenal. So Tammy should model his game after that, because a lot of people waste Tammy for his aerial presence and his physicality, which they rightfully should. Tammy is my height. He should be scoring headers. He should be scoring things like that. He should be controlling the ball. We should be able to loft the ball forward to Tammy. He should be able to bring it down and control the thing. Costa wasn't tall. He was able to score all those type of goals. Headers, bicycle. I'm not asking Tammy to score bicycle because he's quite tall, isn't it? But at the end of the day, Costa was not that physically imposing, but he was so aggressive in his game. Tammy lacks that. Even Giroud, he's fine boy, looking good, looking sexy, hair touch, hair gel, all that, looking correct, stepping nicely. But you could see his physical presence in the box. He can be brute when he needs to, and Tammy needs to add that to his game as well, because he's quite tall. Do you know what I'm saying? So he should be winning headers and all that. A lot of people tell me height, headers don't always equal. That doesn't make any sense, because if you're that tall, that means you already have an advantage over quite a massive array of players. You know what I'm saying? You're able to compete with the centre backs for your height. So he should. I mean, like you said, they look to have a really good relationship. And if Tammy is smart, which I do hope he is, he's going to be asking Giroud, boss, how do you go about doing X, Y, and Z? Do you know what I'm saying? Even Werner should look at some stuff from Giroud's game as well. I know Werner is quite tiny, but like I said, you cannot not learn from Giroud, because he's coming in showing like, I don't care if you sign whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of person mentality we need, and I'm glad we have him. Honestly, I'm.
Absolutely. Just before we wrap up, just want to ask sort of your general aims for this season. We've spoken about the Premier League, Champions League. That draw is coming on Monday. There's interesting teams in there. I just recorded a video about that, and it's there are still some teams you want to avoid within there, but I think we're going to get a better draw than we did hopefully last year. Just generally, just aims for the rest of the season for Lampard's team.
I need us to win that FA Cup. Is it FA Cup or Inter Cup? I can't remember. I need us to win a cup this season. Do you know what I'm saying? It is very, very important. Like I said, when you look at what happened last season, good up to Lampard. But once you set the bar so high with a squad so low, you need to improve on that. So Chelsea not winning the trophy and finishing in third or fourth is not going to be enough for me personally. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, the team is still getting used to each other. Please keep quiet. That's what happened last season as well. Do you know what I'm saying? The team wasn't used to each other last season either. So let's keep it very real. So I need Chelsea to sort of win a trophy. I'm not saying we should win the Premier League or the UCL. Do you know what I'm saying? UCL, I think we can progress quite a bit, because honestly, I don't know if it's just me getting ahead of myself, but I'd back us against any team except maybe a Bayern. PSG have a squad. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd back us against. I mean, I wouldn't back us against Bayern, because Bayern is something else. You know what I'm saying? They could surprise me, but there are very few teams I wouldn't back us against. So I think we can progress quite far in the Champions League. I'm quite scared of Atletico Madrid. Do you know what I'm saying? Atletico, that's a team where those guys are drilled to hell. Do you know what I'm saying? Those guys are something else. But once again, we should progress maybe round of 16 quarterfinals. You know what I'm saying? I think we should be in quarterfinals. Semis is a push, but I think we can sort of do it as well. FA Cup, I think we should be winning that. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, bare minimum, we should be in the final. Do you know what I'm saying? But we should be winning that. And the Prem, we should be within touching distance of the title. Maybe 10, 15 points max. That's how I feel about those situations. I don't think we should be left for dead by anybody, because we're currently up there playing against not the big boys. We've not played too many of the big boys this season, but we should be winning all these different games that we've got scattered in and around. But just to wrap up overall, innit? Premier League, we should be top 3. That's what I want from us this season. FA Cup, we should be winning that. Champions League, I think we should be doing quarterfinals, semi-finals. That's what I feel this season. So I think that is a fair step up, because like I said, look at what they did last season with the squad he had. If I was the owner of Chelsea, I'm looking at that and I give you that much money, I'm expecting way more. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's just me. That's me.
I think I completely agree with that, and I think it's more the general consensus of Chelsea fans, especially in the case of the FA Cup. Going one step further, and hopefully, I don't know what they'll do when we get to the FA Cup based on fans in the stadiums, but hopefully maybe it was, written in the stars that we didn't win it last year. So hopefully maybe some fans can be in the stadium this year and hopefully we'll win it. So that would be lovely for Lampard and with the team. But thank you so much, mate, for coming on. As I do with all my guests, give you the chance to shout out where people can find your work online. So I'll give you a chance to do that now.
Just follow your boy, the Grand Dam, on Twitter. That's it. You can find everything else on there. I'm not going to take too much time in it. So, yeah, the Grand Dam.
Yeah, no worries. All the links for Dammy's work will be in the description box below. But thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you did enjoy it, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Follow me on Twitter @SonOfChelsea. Have a great day, and I'll see you again